If your paycheck stopped tomorrow, how long would your life continue working? A month? 3 months? Maybe 6? Today, we're breaking down the 8 levels of financial freedom, a ladder that quietly determines whether your life runs on income or assets. Later in this video, you'll discover the exact level where money finally replaces your paycheck, and the level where almost everyone watching this video is stuck right now. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people aren't financially secure. Their life is rented from their next paycheck. Their lifestyle only works as long as someone keeps depositing money into their account every 2 weeks. And the moment that deposit stops, the entire system begins to collapse. The mortgage still shows up. The car payment still shows up. Insurance, groceries, utilities, none of them disappear just because the income stopped. I once spoke with a man named Thomas, who had worked at the same company for 22 years. He had a good salary, a nice home, and what looked like a stable life. Then his company downsized. Within 4 months, the savings he believed would protect him was nearly gone. The pressure came quickly. Stress replaced certainty. Nights that once felt peaceful became sleepless. What he realized too late was that his life had been built on income, not assets. And that story is far more common than most people think. Many people spend 30 or 40 years believing they're moving forward financially, when in reality they're simply becoming more dependent on the next paycheck. Financial life moves through predictable stages, 8 levels, and almost everyone watching this video is currently living in either level 2 or level 3. Because financial freedom isn't really about becoming rich. It's about reaching the point where your life doesn't collapse when the paycheck stops. So the real question becomes simple. Which level are you living in right now? Level 1. Survival mode. This is where financial life begins for millions of people. At level 1, money is about getting through the month. The paycheck arrives and almost immediately disappears into rent, food, gas, utilities, and the endless list of bills waiting for it. Every dollar already has a destination before it even enters the account. Unexpected expenses quickly become financial emergencies. A broken appliance or a car repair can derail an entire month. People living here often feel constant financial pressure, not because they're irresponsible, but because the margin simply doesn't exist. Survival mode keeps people focused on today. When money operates like that, thinking about long-term wealth feels nearly impossible. But survival is only the first step. Level 2. The comfortable trap. This is where something important begins to shift. Bills are covered. Income feels predictable. Life begins to feel manageable, and sometimes there's even a small amount left after expenses. This is the point where many people finally feel like they're doing okay financially. But stability can be deceptive. Because even though life feels comfortable, wealth still isn't being built. Most income flows directly into lifestyle, housing, transportation, food, subscriptions, and entertainment. The system works, but it remains fragile. If the income disappears, the structure immediately begins to shake. And this is where many financial journeys quietly stall, because comfort can disguise financial stagnation. Level 3. The illusion of control. At this level, financial awareness begins to grow. Debt starts shrinking. Savings begin growing. People start paying closer attention to where their money is actually going. A budget appears. Small investments may begin. For the first time, money stops feeling chaotic. It becomes something you can direct. But here's the trap. Many people remain here for decades. Life feels comfortable enough. Bills are handled. Savings exist. But the entire system still depends on income from work. If the job disappears, the financial structure still collapses. Control feels like progress, but it still isn't freedom. And this is where many people get misled. Because financial control can look like success from the outside, even though the foundation still depends on a paycheck. That's why level 3 is where so many financial journeys quietly stall. But here's the strange part. The next level is where money finally begins working for you. Yet most people never reach it. Level 4. The momentum shift. Momentum is where wealth truly begins forming. Your money starts producing more money through interest, dividends, appreciation, and sometimes rental income. The numbers may still be small, but the direction has changed. Your financial life is no longer powered entirely by labor. Assets begin participating in the system. And once momentum begins, something powerful happens. Progress accelerates. because now your money is slowly learning how to work without you. Level 5. The security threshold. This is where your assets begin covering part of your living expenses. Maybe investments cover groceries. Maybe rental income handles the car payment. Maybe dividends pay the utilities. At first, it may not feel dramatic. But this is a powerful psychological moment. Financial pressure finally begins easing because part of your life is now funded by assets instead of labor. You begin realizing that financial freedom may actually be possible. Level 6. True freedom. This is the stage where work becomes optional. Not because you stop working, but because you no longer need the paycheck to survive. Your assets now produce enough income to support your lifestyle. You can still work, but the relationship with work changes completely. Decisions shift from necessity to purpose, but surprisingly, freedom isn't the final level. Level 7. Wealth expansion. At this level, money begins working harder than you ever could. Investments compound. Businesses grow, assets multiply. Wealth creation becomes less about effort and more about allocation. People operating here spend less time earning income and more time directing capital. And when wealth reaches this stage, it can grow independently of time. But there is still one final level. Level 8. Legacy wealth. Legacy is where wealth outlives the person who built it. At this stage, financial systems are designed to continue producing income long after the builder is gone. Real estate portfolios, investment funds, businesses, trust structures. The goal here is no longer lifestyle, it's impact. Wealth becomes something that supports future generations. The truth is simple. Financial freedom isn't random, it's a ladder. The real question isn't whether financial freedom exists. Question of the day. Which level are you stuck in right now? Drop your answer in the comments below. Now that you understand the 8 levels of financial freedom, you can see something most people never realize. Wealth isn't random, it's a ladder. But here's the problem. Most people never climb past level 3, not because they're lazy, but because 3 invisible financial traps quietly keep people stuck between survival, stability, and control for decades. You can work harder, earn more money, even get promotions, and still never reach real financial freedom. Because if those traps stay hidden, the ladder never changes. The secret is in my next video, where we break down the 3 money traps that quietly keep people stuck in the lower levels of wealth and how to escape them. You don't want to miss it. See you in our next video.